Okay, so amazing. Okay. Good. So this coding session, I'm embarked on a massive refactoring of my Printful plugin. That's one thing that I'm doing, and another is to create a unified schema for my product collection, because the previous one was biased towards Printful products. It was not something generic that would accommodate any type of product and that is, aligned to industry standard, let's say. And I decided to change it. I also learned in the process that everything is built on top of data, so the code, the logic, everything that comes after is just another layer on top of data. So the way I structure the products collection is very important. This is something that I learned the hard way, because I just had too much different if-else statements, throughout my entire code to differentiate between Printful products and products that are added manually, and that's not right. The way it should go, it should be just one product collection with product documents that have fields that are rather generic, and whether you add a Printful product or a normal product, it shouldn't make any difference. So for example, you have the page with the a Printful plugin. You select the Printful plugin, that data is mapped directly into the product schema, goes into the database. All the fields are filled up, like the product name, the variants, the images, the different options for product description, and so on, everything. Yeah. And if you don't add product through Printful, you just fill those data manually. So that's how it should go. It shouldn't be like specific fields that are to accommodate Printful and other fields that accommodate a normal product. So yeah, I fixed that, and now I'm wrestling with getting the component. Long day. I mean, I've been coding already for about 2 hours now. So this is something else I'm working on. But before we get there, just wanted to say one more thing. I'm also changing the component used for adding the data, because I opened Shopify and I looked at how components with multiple variants are added. Particularly, I wanted to see how they do the Printful integration themselves, because Shopify is amazing. Everybody uses Shopify for everything. So I said, okay, let's see how do they do that. So I went there, I took a look, and I liked it. I have to admit, from a UX point of view, it's very straightforward. And I will just show you that in a moment, after I fix this issue that I have now and that prevents the page from showing up. So I went there, I had a look, I liked how they do the product, and I started implementing a similar component. However, that is not so easy, especially now that I want to accommodate this duality in whether you add Printful product or whether you add it manually. It should synchronize, for example, with Printful only once and allow the user to do changes, and those changes should be registered in Stripe while the product remains as the user modified it. So yeah, it's a bunch of little things that I'm trying to sort out, like also image synchronization, image editing. I'm just gonna get straight into it now because too much talk, nobody wants too much talk, and I want to get some work done today. And what is this thing here? This is my face. Unbelievable. I can't believe I'm putting my face like that here. Anyway, let's get to it. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, I'm just gonna minimize this thing here in a corner. Okay, this is an issue. Okay, this is Cursor. In Cursor I'm doing something else. I'll get to it in one moment. Just stick with me for surprises. What do we have? We have an error. What happened here? Defining Printful-synced constraint. I confirm that sync state is seemingly unused, but we'll move it alongside. Okay. Alright, some things broke along the process. Also, during the creation of this, during the update, I had different files show up all over the place in my code base, so it didn't really I developed them in the Printful plugin. Well, I didn't instruct AI to do that. I just kind of like started building it, and now I'm trying to consolidate everything in the payload folder, the payload plugins folder. And it seems like some things aren't working anymore. And along with this change, I might also delete some of the old files. I think that makes total sense. Oh, there you go, here it is. But where is our component? It's not showing up. Okay, updating the walkthrough, but where's my component? Yeah, you have to update the import map, of course. there we have. So this right here is the component that I was talking about earlier. Let me make it bigger. So here, let me add a new product, and I will show what we had previously and what I'm doing now. So you create a new product, you select your product. Let's say you select baby jersey t-shirt, this one. These are all your Printful products, yeah. Save and sync. Yeah, here product is created with the correct options, yeah. We have variants, we have images. These are the variants, yeah. 20. We can write a description. I also added meta title and meta description. This okay. So now the product is not created. If I refresh the page, these changes will be lost. Yeah. I click save. Now a bunch of operations happen here. Okay, updating. So right now the images have been uploaded to my blob. Copy image address. You can see it's in the Vercel storage. Before it was not. Yeah. And yeah, I can now, so what I want to do is to allow the user to make edits here. So for example, if I want to remove one color, I remove the color. Now we still see it in here. This is the white, but if I resync variants, the white should not be shown anymore. It's not the case. Well, that's one thing to look into, yeah. And now also the images have disappeared. So as I said, it's work in progress. Things don't work exactly as they are supposed to. So what is happening? So freaking weird. Okay, what if I just save like that now? Yeah, everything resets all over again. And the images are not saved. So we have work to do. I have work to do. What if I click resync? Okay. I tried to edit the Printful products after they have been added, and I changed the options, and these are the errors that appeared. The moment when I clicked save, the options were not, the changes that I made were not remembered. Okay, so I think the only best way to move forward is, because it's quite complex, I need to really understand the code and what happens. For example, I want to allow the users to change these values if they want to put a different price. Click Save. Values update, it syncs to Stripe. Updates the Stripe products. So let's get out of here. I'm gonna delete this. And I'm gonna start with a new product. So select. Now product is added. So if I inspect here, this is from Printful CDN. But now if I remove, let's say, this one and this one, and then I do resync, okay, this is editing code right now, so probably that's causing some issues as well. Alright, let's do exactly what they say there. Okay, create product. Why is the price not there? Images are gone. Okay. Prices appear only the moment when I synchronize, and then the images appear too. Okay, I think I need to take this thing and try to have it in a new context. Okay, I need to check one more thing before that. So let's create a new product. Let's say we want this poster. Alright, simple thing. Let's click save. Images are being uploaded. Okay, now if I refresh the page, everything is fine. I publish the changes. Okay, I publish the changes and then I refresh the page, the images disappear. Same thing here. Why is that? Now that I think about it, I think it's much better to actually have a separate way where you import all the Printful products and that happens at once. and you have description and meta tags and everything, and you don't have to do it manually. So the moment when you import the products, it does all that thing, and then you can have another thing that is reset product that will automatically it will automatically reset it. So you don't do manual product adding inside the product page. You only add manually if you want to create a new product. I would like to explore a different way of adding products inside the platform. So instead of having an add Printful product inside the page of every product, I would like to have a separate page, or maybe in config. Yeah, I think in config we can have a tab called Printful, where the user adds its let's assume the user has the key inside the environment file like I have right now, and he clicks fetch Printful products. There he can select them, the ones that he wants to add to the shop, and let's say it has like checkboxes, and he clicks add to shop, and then those products will appear inside the products collection in Payload admin. And we will have this where we have Printful product ID, we just make it uneditable. We just say Printful product ID, and we show the Printful product name, the ID, and two variants. Basically relatively the same component that we have right now, but the user will not be able to interact with it. Wow, this is a massive task that I gave it here. Should I commit this? Check out this commit name. Nobody will know what happened here. Commit before the storm. No, I'm having fun with this. Of course, this is actually vibe coding to the next level. Vibe coding. Episode, I don't know what episode is right now, but this is definitely vibe coding. Like this prompt here, good luck with it. I'm like one of those clients, when they come and say like, I want that, but I kind of want it, and now, okay, you have to sort it out. That's exactly what I'm doing here. But I think this is the right way to do it. Oh, we have an implementation plan that I just clicked proceed. We want to see results, motherfucker, ASAP. Implement a new workflow for adding Printful products via a centralized bulk importer. That's it. I mean, let's see how smart this AI is. Because, I'm trying. I'm doing my best here, but if I'm struggling so much with this thing, it means that I'm not taking the right approach. And I think the right approach is to just import everything, populate the database, and then once it's populated, like if you populate database, create stripe entries with prices and everything, And then if the user decides to go edit prices, edit variants, edit whatever images or what he wants, that will be edited in the database. So okay, let's see what's this thing doing. Yeah, I have no idea how he's gonna modify the collection. I should have probably told him. Oh my gosh, this is a massive task that I gave it. Okay, in the meantime, let's work on something else. So, okay, this thing is doing stuff. So I have this Shopify style checkout that I want to do, and so currently I have this cart, and I kind of, it's original, but it's not like the one from Shopify. I think, it's for Shopify. It needs to be different. I mean, everybody's used to a certain design, and I think it's better to follow what the industry does rather than trying to reinvent the wheel. And even though I'm not reinventing the wheel, and the wheel is not a Shopify cart, and the wheel can still be reinvented probably, I want to have also a variant of this type of checkout, just to look at it and see how it would work within the context of my shop. This is why I'm gonna just create it. So let's use an object with dummy data inside the file, and let's go ahead and build it. As you can see, I'm using auto from Cursor, and this thing is done. Printful bulk import and fixes. Gosh, if this works just like that, I'm gonna be mind blown. All right. So Printful bulk importer and fixes. I have implemented. Okay. Let's look at it. Okay, config, and we have Printful. Okay, import map. Okay, click Printful tab. Click fetch products to see Printful catalog. Oh my gosh, what is going on there? Okay, this thing's still building. Oh my god, this thing has started coding the thing. I said with dummy data, dummy. Oh my god. It is using my components. I don't understand why is he doing a custom component instead of doing the just using the Printful components instead, because there is a Printful table component. No. Right, so we have checkout test. Okay, it added the page here and then it creates all this thing. Let's let it do, because it wrote so much code. I just don't want to stop it now. Oh my god, this thing is also coding. This is crazy. I don't like this. These things that do so much stuff. Ah, it's done. Not so fast, my friend. You still have some problems here. my god, why do I have this error still? What is happening? No, please, let's resolve this. It's not possible. Okay, let's look at this thing now. $3,001. In fact, I would rather have the new checkout added in standalone folder because it shouldn't have a nav bar like the other pages. It should be a simple checkout. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I just want to go make a cup of tea because this thing looks like it's taking a while. But before I go, let's check this. Okay, Printful importer. What is this? Fetch products. Amazing. Wow, we have an UI that is nice. Good job. I like this UI. Okay, let's not select too many products. Okay, let's select just 1, 2. Yeah. The product successfully imported. Huh, I don't know. I want a separation here. Okay. We have a description. Click save. This doesn't work as it's supposed to work. That's clear. To me, I understand now something is fucked here. I need to really investigate and really look into the code and understand it myself, because this thing has messed it up enough. Okay. This is slop. The definition of slop. This is what we have here, a lot of slop. I'm not pessimistic or anything, but come on. Does not work. Why? This doesn't work, so please just try again, check everything. So the moment when I go to a localhost checkout, I just see 404 page. Oh my god, I can't believe you installed it so much slope in there. No. Okay. I'm gonna have to refactor this entire thing, and I'm gonna do that. Why is AI not smarter? Is it me? Or is it it? Okay, I'm gonna close this one, and I'm gonna come back with new forces to debunk this entire implementation and have something simple. Product selected from Printful. So fetch products, show them in the page. That's the step 1. Step 2, select the products. Step 3, send them into database. Step 4, I go to the products collection, I see the products. So in the step 3 also needs to create the stripe equivalent. And then that's it. I'm gonna come back and fix this. this is damaged. Okay, I'm starting to understand here what's happening. Okay, this is saved in the state and it doesn't update to the other the previous entries are still persisted, which is not great, but at least it saves into the database correctly. Okay, let's do things easy. I think the right way to do it is to also look into the database and see exactly what happens. Okay, that was a moment I was just thinking. I think this Printful importer, I'm gonna add also the API key just above, like right here. Make it like palm fetch, and the moment products are fetched, I'm sending them directly to the database, and then they will be just considered as normal products. But that's a future. So import selected. One product imported. Okay, so it's synchronized to Stripe. And click publish. Do we still look good? Images are no longer there. Oh la la. So let's look into the database. So we have white glossy mug created, options, size, array, 3 different sizes. Yeah, we got them created. Perfect. object color values, white, variants, where is the image? Okay, so we have a thumbnail here. We have an entire object price data. Okay, and this is everything else. And this image is from the Printful CDN. Oh, okay. Price data object. Okay, and in order to compare, before I ask that question, I need to add a product myself. So create new test. Okay, add variants, size. might have to reconciliate the schema in a way that, so I just need to understand how the two schemas are different for these two products. One that is added through the Printful import, and one that is added manually. Oh my god, this is such a. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, yeah, okay, guys, I think I'm gonna retire. No. Okay. Okay. I need to do a couple of things here. The implementation is not bad. It used my components, which is great. I have this cart. Okay, I have this cart button here. I have this count code. This needs to be implemented. Shipping method, I like that. Credit card, alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to work a little bit on the way the credit card is shown. I mean, this is gonna be stripe elements instead. I would say 6 out of 10 for the implementation of this thing. Can be made better. Actually, it's a different branch. I'm gonna have another look at it before I save it. So yeah, okay, let's say it is what it is. Needs to be done a little bit better. Okay, 0 views, amazing, but no problem. I was just checking the stream. I'm a bit slow here. Yes, so Okay, this looks good actually. I don't have to mess around with it. It's pretty well structured. I mean, I don't know if there is anything else that I need to change. It might be but what is the source of truth for Stripe synchronization? How where is Stripe taking the data from? Okay, I think in parallel I'm just gonna work on implementing this checkout the correct way. So let's take a look at what we have. Alright, this looks good. So I have this standalone checkout page, and I would like to connect it to Stripe. Actually, I would like to make it functional and to use Stripe elements for the cart form, and by default it should be visible. I don't want to be made visible only after you click a checkout, only after you select the credit card ratio button. So let's summarize and make sure that we define the specs properly before we move forward. Do not generate any code. You can use context 7 MCP for context, and please also look throughout my entire checkout flows at the moment to understand what are the API calls that are made and understand like the overall structure. And yeah, let's begin to plan an implementation. Don't generate any code. Just research, understand context, and let's plan. Vibe coding. I want you to research this more deeply and try to reuse some of the code that I already have instead of recoding new modules from scratch. And once you have a clear understanding, also check out the Stripe API docs. You can use context 7 MCP, and you can also check Next.js and look also at my current code to really understand, because my current checkout works very fine, but it doesn't use Stripe elements the same way I use it with the embedded cart form, and that's what we need. So once that's ready for you, just write the plan and let me review it. That let me review it, it's not needed, but you know, why not? So the source of truth for Stripe synchronization is Printful API. Okay, Stripe uses Printful as the absolute source of truth for what products exist, where it happens. Okay, now I understand. I actually want to allow users to control the options and the prices in Payload CMS. So that means when a price is changed in Payload for a Printful product, explicitly, yeah, I want that price to be updated in Stripe as well. If an image is changed, that image must be updated in Stripe. So all the information that currently is shown for Printful products in variants must, in variants in Payload, must be synchronized to Stripe. So the source of truth will not be the Printful So what did we have there? Where is that? Right, it's price data. Okay, let's check the plan here. So, standalone checkout Stripe Elements implementation plan. I wonder what happens if now I take this plan and let's say I save it as an MD file. Let's keep it plan.md and we just open Antigravity. And we implement it with Antigravity What would that be like? I want you to thoroughly review this plan and make a clear assessment whether something is missing or whether something could be improved. And please check it, because it's my junior dev who make it and I'm not sure if I can trust it. I want a pro level implementation, and I also don't want to introduce too much bloat and slope into my code base. I need this done professionally, so please scrutinize the plan and see if it's good. And if it's good, go ahead and implement it. But first, give me your assessment. And after that, I will see the assessment and eventually feed it back into into the plan, into Cursor. That's so fun. So refactoring Stripe sync logic. Okay, let's proceed with the implementation. Okay. Requires improvement for product stability. No. my god. This is a valid concern. Oh my god. That seems like a good idea. Okay, this plan looks good to me. Do you think you can implement it all in one go, or we need to break it down in multiple steps? Okay, so here we have a refactor underway. Okay, I need to test that. Okay, this thing is working. It's working hard. Now let's test here. So I need you to check everything that is triggered the moment when I click save on a Printful product, because there is another hook that is being triggered who changes who reinitiates all the variants, all the Printful data back to its initial state. So you need to really let's disassemble it piece by piece and see exactly what parts are what exactly is being triggered the moment when I click save and publish. Okay, here I have a new plan. Interesting. Wow, I really want to test this thing. But I'm gonna need some products before I test that. Okay, can you list for me, please, exactly what happens when I click save and publish on a Printful product, and what happens when I click save and publish on a normal product? Okay, let's see if we can actually test this thing. by okay, we have products. Then let's go to so element provider checkout const sync some digest. Cannot find elements context. You need to wrap the part of your app that calls you Stripe in an elements provider. If not, can you please do so and review one more time the entire implementation? Okay, let's read this together. So here is step-by-step breakdown of what exactly happens when you click Save in the admin panel. Printful Product, the reset scenario. I want to challenge these two parts because we have products essentially, and some products the data comes from Stripe, while other products are filled in manually. So what happens when we click save must essentially be exactly the same, whether we are saving a Printful product or a Stripe or a normal product. I want you to read one more time the entire logic surrounding the products collection and how this printful synchronization works and things that are being triggered, and like just have an overview of everything, and let's rethink it all over again from ground up. I believe that we need to have the same base for the product, and whether we are saving a printful product or a normal product, it should be the same, and the user should be able to overwrite the printful product. So basically printful will only create will populate a product entry with some data, but then the user can come on top of that and edit it at any time. Let's devise a plan to clean and reorganize all these hooks and sync printful to database and sync printful to Stripe and all this. Yeah, let's think it all over again, because now we have changed. We are adding the products via the plugin. We import the products directly into our products collection. So we no longer need to trigger a synchronization the moment when we save. I mean, a synchronization from Printful. It's a different mechanism. So please challenge yourself, understand it, check the context 7 MCP and make it right. Vibe coding with this. So guys, if somebody's still there with me, please don't write prompts like this. It's like I'm kind of like begging the the LLM to do it right. Yes, thank God, formulate a new architecture plan. Re-architecting Printful sync. Payload as source of truth. Yes, we are shifting the architecture so that payload CMS is a single source of truth for all products. Import once. When a user selects a product in product select, we fetch data once and populate the form fields. No. No, we have a Printful import that exists in the config. We will get rid of Printful product select, no longer needed. You can ditch it, delete it. It's done, kaput, end. I agree, we need to disable this. Perfect, I like that. Also document it, put a comment to say what it does. So I don't understand where is this Printful product select. It's not the file that is not the component that gets rendered inside the config Printful variant selection. Thumbs up for this one. I want you to review my feedback, and apart from that, I just want you to go through all the other components. No, actually don't go through all the other components. I actually have a readme empty, and I want you to update the readme_printful.md file once you are done. I want to fully understand how this integration works. Wow, that's quite a plan here, huh? ShopPay. We don't need ShopPay. But it didn't remove the dummy data. Come on. Why didn't remove the dummy data? Maybe I need to restart the server. This works. What is this one issue on? Oh la la. What is this sloppy implementation? Using Gemini 3 Pro right now. The prices are messed up. These are not the real prices. Shouldn't be like that. If I go to cart and look at the prices, I have this. If I go to checkout and look at prices, it looks something like this. Wow, I'm surprised. Where does this comes from? All right, now prices look better, yeah. But I still don't see. Needs to do some debugging here. Let's read again. Final plan. We are removing the select Printful product field from the individual product edit screen. This looks like a good plan. Let's proceed. Wait. Wait. It's done. It's done. So remove bridge code, the root cause. All right. No. Okay, I'm gonna test it, but there's still things to clean up because we have changed many things. Let's test it. So we go to config, Printful, fetch products. These are the products that I'm fetching. And we take, for example, this one. No. Where is my baby jersey t-shirt? Bam. Import. Done. Imported. One products. Perfect. Products. Let's go. Baby t-shirt. Great. Amazing. Wait. What? No. Okay, this thing gives me headaches. I've just done a test, the variants. So let me look into the DB. Where is my baby jersey t-shirt? Let's refresh. It seems like the variants are not saved properly, the options either. This is, I just did a test, and this is how the data saved in the database looks like. So what I'm expecting is to see also all the prices and the variants directly from Printful, not directly from a payload. So there must be some synchronization happening between price data and payload. I guess that is not happening. So before I send that test simple product, this is okay. Let me test another time. Data added manually. This is what I call sloppy implementation, because I gave it a sloppy prompt. Not good. I think I'm just gonna really take a deep breath and then slowly but surely go through all the components that I have here. So we have payload, plugin, printful. A bunch of these things here are not needed, so I need to go and remove what is not needed. For example, the variant filters. Maybe I will need it, maybe I will not need it, but for now it's not needed. goes on here. Oh, all right. Okay, I'm gonna commit these changes because it seems like at least now it calculates products and so on, but I cannot check it out. Perhaps I should. So can you please take another look at all the files involved here and also at my previous cart and see how the shipping is calculated, and let's try to implement it as well in this file. No. So let me read the walkthrough. So API background created. Now I want you to compare your component the checkout component to the cart and see what is different. I think this is a better prompt because it will create context, and then I can just tell him, yes, use the Geo API. Okay, what about the functionality that the cart has and the checkout doesn't have? I'm not gonna go to bed until this thing is done. I mean, both of these topics that I'm currently working on. Didn't it remove the bridge code before? Wait. Nice. What if we change? We make it 100. And let's publish these changes. Okay, perfect, it works. However, the images are not there. I'm gonna clear the database and then try again. Yeah, for Printful we don't need more. I'm gonna have to check on Stripe as well and see how this updates. Perhaps I could use the Stripe API directly. Yeah, I changed it. But oh my god, why so many? Oh my god, it didn't update, it just created new product, new pricing. Oh my gosh, no, I don't like that. No, I counted it because it has too many prices. I need this thing to have access to Stripe. So I need to give it access to Stripe MCP. How do I do that? MCP server Stripe installed. Does it work? Refresh. Okay, I'm not gonna delete all these products, it's way too much work. But I would so much like to delete this one. Now this worked, it indeed creates the variants and I can change the prices, but the moment when I change prices, also in Stripe it creates a new Right, okay, it's deleted, no problem. I mean, sometimes this comment is nice because I can use it to delete products, but sometimes it's much faster to just do it manually. And by the way, I tried to create a stripe that deletes these products, but it didn't work, so I think this might be my OCD side. I really need to have all these products deleted right now before I use the Context 7 MCP to have anti-gravity look into my Stripe active sandbox products. So let's create a new one. Let me delete this one and this one. Confirm. Create new product. No, actually I go here, config, Printful, fetch products. I take one product, this one, sync, synchronize. Now I go to products. I have my enamel mug, very well, size and colors, yes, just one, very well. I go to Stripe and I check. Now I change the price, I make it 120. Publish directly. Updated, and I go here two prices. So the previous price doesn't get updated. Right, that's the thing. So that's one thing. Another thing is when I create a product manually. So now if I go here, create a new product, add options, size, small, large, color, red, blue, sync variants. Let's use the bulk edit. Let's say 10 on across, 100 grams, 1000 in stock. Save. Okay, Stripe product I did not created. Yes, this answers my question, and very well, very good, it works. However, can I add MongoDB MCP in here? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop my streaming right here because I don't want you to see my environment variables. I have some really sensible data in there, so I'm gonna pause for now, but hey, I'm gonna be back. Okay, before I go, let's check what happens with the cart. Shall we? So let's go to the cart. shall we test? Before I go, let's test. No. But wait, there's no elements. Nothing in the cart. Okay, there's no product. This doesn't work. Fake news. Refreshing the page, trying again. Still not working. What to do? Doesn't work, doesn't work. No problem. We just click accept all. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stop this streaming right now, because I think this is the longest stream I did so far. So I'm gonna stop it. This is it for today. I'm done. I'm done streaming. I'm gonna keep on sorting this thing out. I really want to have the import running cleanly and have Stripe products being created when I add the product manually, and be able to update them, and also to add images. So there are a couple of things that I have planned. So if anyone drops around here, watches my my work session, just leave a comment, feel free to tell me what you think. Or if you think it's too boring and nothing to watch or nothing to learn, please let me know about that as well. And I'm gonna try to make it more interesting or more focused than it already is. That said, I'm just gonna go make another cup of tea and get back to figuring out what to do next in this code.